Hi, and welcome to this week's episode of Art with Mrs. Cap. We're going to be doing a Chinese pottery project. Now, there's a few ways you can do that. In this demo, I'm going to do it on a glass, just a cheap kind of glass plate that I bought from the store. You can get these at like the dollar store, Walmart, anywhere like that. If you get it at the dollar store, it's $1. Most other places you're looking at anywhere from $1 to $3. So I'm going to be doing it on a little glass plate, but you can also do it on a paper plate. There is nothing wrong with doing this project on a paper plate. So I'll probably have another video where I do it live in class with a paper plate, but for this demo, I'm going to do it on a glass plate with Sharpie. Now, if you were using a different material, you could use paint, watercolor, other types of ink, and so forth. So it's pretty open to you what you do it on. So it can be something that you can throw away like paper plate, or it can be something you keep like a porcelain plate or something like that. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so for today's demo, I'm actually going to be using a porcelain plate. However, you can do this project with a paper plate. You can also get pottery that you can paint from like a craft store. You could even they make like ceramic coasters that you can decorate. You can do anything like that, so it can be something that is a hard surface that you decorate, or it can be something as simple as your everyday run-of-the-mill paper plate. So you can use ink. So I'm going to be using Sharpie for this example. However, you can also use paint. You can use liquid inks that you paint onto a surface with a paintbrush to get that more authentic look. For the sake of showing you how to do something with kind of a cheap plate that you can get at like the dollar store, I'm going to be using Sharpie. So of course your material needs to be blue, so because we're doing a specific type of china. I would prefer that you use ink or paint, like watercolor, depending on what surface you're using. However, you can use colored pencil, but it will not give that rich depth that we're looking for. But if it's between not doing this and turning something in, please use colored pencil. Alright, so I'm going to be using two different types of Sharpies. I'm using a fine point and an ultra fine, both in this blue. Of course, if you're using paint, you would need just your average blue paint there. I'm also going to use a pencil to sketch in my design. So the thing with, if you're using like porcelain, is the pencil will wipe off. So if I I can draw on there, and you can see, like, I can make myself a design on there. But then I can just I can wipe it off with my finger. I don't even have to use the eraser, and it's gone. So it's pretty easy to do that. So the first thing I'm actually going to do is get a paper towel, and I'm just going to use some hand sanitizer, which is just alcohol. So if you have like rubbing alcohol or something like that, you can use that. I'm just using hand sanitizer, and I'm going to wipe the surface with that, and then we'll go ahead and get started. The reason I'm doing this is I just want to make sure I don't have any, like residue of any type from the store. That's just going to mess up my design. So I'll just wipe that off. I'll let it air dry. Alright, so when you're ready to get started, you do want to do some research and try and look up some designs and patterns that are fitting for this style of Chinese pottery. So we're looking specifically at the Yuan and Ming dynasties for inspiration. So as we talked about in class, those are that earmark, that blue with on the white background type pottery and ceramic work that we've seen. So what we want to do is mimic that. And of course, we also talked about the fact that dragons are very important. So there's a lot of dragons involved in these designs, as well as like landscapes and floral scenes and that kind of thing. So look at some ideas and then figure out kind of a design that you want to do, and then you're going to pencil it in. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and we'll speed this up, but I'm going to pencil in my design. All right, now I am going to add color to this design with my markers. I'm going to use my 2 different size markers. As you can see, I've kind of penciled in my design, and then I'm going to go in and add some color. And there you have your finished Chinese pottery project. Of course, you can also do this on a paper plate. If you do it on a porcelain plate, I will include directions below for how you can make this permanent. You can actually bake it in the oven. There's some things that you can do to seal this so that you can keep it if that's something you would like to do. But if not, obviously you can do this on a paper plate. You can do it on paintable pottery or a coaster or something like that. So it's very open to how you approach this project. It just needs to be, this style of pottery, that blue and white style pottery that we're focusing on with this unit. So thank you for joining me for Art with Mrs. Cap. I hope you enjoyed this demo, and I will see you next time. Bye.